don't know already, on freeingthebutterfly.com, my co-author, Michelle Cornish, she writes blog posts for us. So one of the things that I like to come and share with you guys, if you don't want to read the blog post or go there, is exploring different blog posts that she writes. Everything that we write is always about just living better, okay? So using holistic tools to get what you want in your life, okay? Remember, there's no magic bullet, there's no serum, there's nothing that you can take that is going to help with your own self-development, with you learning about yourself, okay? And just healing holistically. So this week, I am going to be talking about just simple daily things that you can do to reduce your stress and improve your well-being. Now, the things that I'm going to tell you are not going to be anything out of the ordinary or things that you've never heard of, but I believe in focusing on things that you can do now in order to help you in your journey, you know, right now or maybe down the road. This is a practice, right? So the first thing that is really, really helpful is start meditating. This is why meditation is part of my thing here. It's because meditation is one of the best tools to reduce stress. Now, what are your limitations about meditation? Let me know below if you have any at all, okay? So you don't need to be an expert to start, right? Begin with simple breathing meditation, just like we do in here, 3 deep breaths, a 5-minute meditation, just listening to music, that can be a good way of meditating. And there are some free guided meditations. I actually have one on my YouTube channel. So I have 2 actually. If you want to start meditating slowly, without any pressure, you can go to my YouTube because I have a couple guided. Yeah. I'm working and listening. Okay. You're doing the breathing. Good. I'm glad. That is a perfect place to start. Thank you so much, Renee. You know, and even if it's 5 minutes daily, it can make a big difference in how you handle stress, okay? And if you go to the post, we actually have a meditation about letting go of expectations, okay? So our next thing is keeping a journal. In our book, we actually have a built-in section for journaling. We really wanted the book to appeal to everybody. We wanted you to only have to pick up one book and have everything together, okay? So I talked about journaling, I think a few weeks back, and its importance and why we journal. So this one might not surprise you. Basically, it's an incredibly effective tool to take away all your worries, right? If we constantly have so many things coming in, right, and we don't actually put it down on paper or tell somebody, our mind can get really, really cluttered, and it feels like our bandwidth is taken by that. So journaling really just helps us to get our thoughts from our mind down to the paper. We see them, and it's sort of a way of releasing. You're going to take the book on vacation? I'm so happy. Let me know if you have any questions. Additionally, journaling is a good tool to help you look back and figure out what's triggering your periods of high stress. So I was very resistant to write my thoughts down. I felt like I couldn't just because there were so many, but I just realized that it gives me the information that I need to know what has actually triggered me or what has put me in a high state of feeling really stressed. And I think that knowing that is half the battle, because when you know what it is that's triggering you or that's really bothering you, you're able to make little tweaks in your life so that you don't have that stress. So I would say people are a big thing, right? I had in the past, I had an existence where there were a lot of people that stressed me out all the time, and I had very weak boundaries, so I wasn't unable to clear myself of that. But as time went on and I got stronger in who I was and what I wanted and what I was going to accept from people, I really started to cut people out, okay? And a lot of people say like that's not a good way to do things. Sometimes it is imperative. The thing is if someone is stressing you out and you take the time to speak to them and tell them what they're doing is stressing you, and then like there's no change, you have no other way to deal with it than to eliminate that person. It's really important that you are making sure that the people around you work within your boundaries. If you're telling someone that whatever they're doing is stressing you out and they keep doing it, they don't really deserve a place in your life, because they don't care about how they make you feel. And I think that is an important thing to keep in mind, okay? The next one is just going for a walk. This one is so simple. When you go out into nature, you're getting fresh air, you're moving your body, you just feel better, okay? And I know that I've found myself like pacing in my home when I'm having a hard time and thinking, okay, I should probably get out and just take a walk, right? There's so many things out there that you can focus on when you're taking a walk, you know? You can listen to the birds chirping, you can, you know, count your footsteps, you can take a deep breath in while you're walking and out. So it's really good to just move your body, get yourself out there, get some fresh air. And I know it sounds so simple, but when you're in a high state, sometimes your body doesn't tell you that you need that. So going for a walk is a great practice to get you to just calm down, okay? The next one is, okay, and this one you need somebody for, okay? So I'll give you a suggestion for somebody if you don't have somebody, okay? But this one is very powerful. It's just embracing the power of a hug, right? The key here is to make sure that you're hugging someone that wants to hug you back. But they say that like within 8 seconds of an embrace, you are filled with endorphins, okay? So having that connection with somebody is really important. You know, you can hug your children, you can hug your partner, you can hug a friend that is open to that, of course. And it just really, really helps because you're making a connection, you're feeling that, and your endorphins are rushing to within your body, okay? Now, if you don't have somebody in your life that you can hug and wants to hug you willingly, laughing is another way to reduce stress. You know, put on your favorite comedy, reach out to your most, you know, the friend that just loves to make you laugh, and just do that, okay? I know for me, I love funny people. I love to have a good laugh, and it's just so healing to my soul. So take a hug from somebody that wants to hug you back, or just laugh. Laughing is really important. Hi Jeremy, welcome in. How are you, my friend? And the last thing before we move on is cleaning up your diet, okay? Yeah, or do both, of course. Take a hug and laugh and take a hug, whatever it is. So, take a look at what you're eating and putting into your body. You want to make sure that you are eating things that give you good energy, okay? So lots of protein if you can, fruits and vegetables, everything in balance, of course. But you know, sugars and preservatives will sometimes cause stress, okay? Hi Jacob, welcome in. And eating a balanced diet helps you feel more in control and can significantly impact your stress level. So I know that I'll share something like personal for me is like, I used to be in this bad habit of going out and getting like really bad foods when I was very stressed, because obviously like emotionally, I feel like it would make me feel better. But at the end of the day, I would just feel like pure and utter crap, okay? And I started to notice this as I became more mindful, right? I have not always been as mindful as I am now. This is a practice that I've had to really grow for myself. So like now when I'm stressed, I make sure that I'm grabbing good foods, you know, like protein, vegetables, or my favorite fruits, okay? Instead of like ice cream, chocolate, and chips, and fast food, right? And I just find that it just helps me to stay clear, right? I don't know if this happened with you guys, but like I just don't feel good after I've eaten like a fast food meal. So the final thoughts is just, reducing stress doesn't have to be complicated. As you can see, there's some easy things you can do. You can start meditating, you can get your thoughts into a journal, you can go for a walk when you're feeling stressed out, turn to people that want to give us hugs and love and maybe a little bit of laughter, and just cleaning up our diets and just really being intentional in what we put in our body. This blog post is on freeingthebutterfly.com. We have a ton of awesome, holistic ways that you can just be well in your life, so check that out. There is also a link in my bio, okay? In my bio, I actually have a self-care routine builder. So if you are really just wanting to come up with a self-care routine that works for you, it is absolutely free. Just download it. I have like a 10-minute little blurb about what the builder is all about, and then you get to customize your own self-care routine. I believe in being able to get the best out of you being able to do what feels right to you, okay? And doing that in little steps. You don't have to go crazy, all right? I do work with energy for a living. I am a Reiki master. A Reiki master helps to open and balance your energy system, okay? So your energetic system lines up with your physical body, all right? And I started to teach and administer Reiki because I used it for myself. It was very powerful in helping my healing journey. I also do something called BEAM, Bioenergetic Access Method, which is a method that helps you work through trauma, okay? So we always start with Reiki because it's calming, because it helps you to calm your mind, okay? And in my sessions, we do go into deeper things about what you're going through. We take an assessment of what's happening in your life, and then I tell you how we can work on that holistically. But if we do find that there are things deep down in your energy that maybe need a little bit more, I do BEAM, okay? And it is actually made from a psychologist. So a psychologist came up with this system to open up our life force energy, okay? And get down into the nitty-gritty of what has been happening through your life, okay? I'm always open to it's always a free consult. We sit down, we talk. There are a couple of people here in the chat that have come to me for services, so if you want referrals and stuff. I'm also on Google and all that stuff. So my main objective here is to just share how you can just be better by doing things holistically, okay? Now, a lot of people ask me, do you not believe in drugs? A lot of practitioners in my field will say that they don't believe in medications. I am not of that belief. I believe that you can use the medication and then you can have a deep dive into learning more about yourself and focusing on things in a more holistic way. I believe that they work together. I am just a small piece of that care for you, right? I have had clients that are on medication and have worked with me as well and have found that it's very, very therapeutic to them to do that, because we have to look at ourselves as a whole and not just one piece, right?